Cairo 7 News at 6 o'clock starts right now.
Tonight, she says it was a choice between life and death.
He grabs it like this, so he has a hold of my head.
A motorcyclist forced to shoot another driver.
I never felt guilt. I never felt, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. I was protecting my life.
6 months after the road rage, she shares her story, only on Cairo 7. For the first time, she describes how she had no choice but to pull the trigger. Good evening, I'm Monique Minglavin.
Hello again, I'm Steve Rabel, but she was only comfortable sharing her story in an interview with another motorcyclist who also made headlines. That motorcyclist shared his compelling interview with Cairo 7's Gary Horker. And Gary, the woman that he talked to says if she hadn't been armed, she would have been killed.
Well, you hear her compelling description here coming up in this interview. As you'll hear her tell, she was just about to black out from being choked on the side of I-5, Steve, and grabbing her sidearm was the last-ditch effort to save her life.
And I look like, kind of turn like this, and his car is on the shoulder, like revving towards me.
24-year-old Aubrey Bolin agreed to share her story with fellow motorcycle rider Alex Randall on his YouTube channel, which is geared toward the biker community. Now, you might remember Alex Randall is suing the King County Sheriff's Office.
How you doing?
Oh, after this incident caught on camera last year when an off-duty detective pulled a gun on him without immediately identifying himself.
And I turn like this, and he is right there.
Aubrey Bolin agreed to tell Alex how last February, a 60-year-old man in an SUV tried to run her over on I-5 near Milton, and then he got out in traffic and attacked her.
He's like walking towards me, and we're like this far apart from each other. Like we're like right here, and he like kind of like chest bumps me, and so I push him back.
Aubrey says as the man grabbed her, she headbutted him in self-defense, and then he grabbed her helmet.
He grabs it like this, so he has a hold of my head.
She says he repeatedly rammed her head against the concrete barrier.
So he's slamming
So he had slammed my head against the wall. He had put his hand on my helmet and was trying to rip my helmet off of my head. So my chin strap was more or less suffocating me. So I was kind of going like in and out. I was like losing vision and my breath.
Aubrey says she had a concealed carry license and a handgun, and she reached for it as a final effort to stay alive while he was on top of her.
The only thing I remembered was, holy you have a gun, use it. You are going to die.
She says she fired one shot and she collapsed.
I'm like hyperventilating, I'm still screaming and freaking out.
Then she called 911.
911, like, she was like, what happened? I was like, I just shot somebody. I need help right now.
Even though Aubrey was badly hurt, at first she was handcuffed, but deputies and the Pierce County prosecutors agreed she was acting in self-defense.
I honestly never was in fear that I was guilty of anything. I never felt guilt. I never felt, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. I was protecting my life.
We'd like to thank Alex Randall for allowing us to use that video tonight. We will put the entire interview uncut so you could watch it if you want in context. We also have a GoFundMe page that links back to Aubrey. She was stuck with $6,000 in medical bills just for the ambulance trip. And we're live in Seattle tonight. I'm Gary Horker, Cairo 7 News.